Welcome to the Grappling Rewind Podcast.
Welcome to this week on the Grappling Rewind Podcast. On this week's show, we are going to recap Polaris 10, Finishers 9, EBI Combat Niu Jitsu Worlds 135, and briefly touch on SOGI 2. We are also going to preview the IBJJF 2019 Worlds. The brackets are out now, and I am very excited. As always on the show, I'm your host, Maine, joined with my co-hosts,
Austin.
Josh.
So we got two guys, two additional people this week. Man, this is the worst intro ever. So let's move into news first before we get to anything else.
Let's talk about news. Breaking news.
Breaking
Jamil Hill Taylor out of Worlds. Emergency appendectomy.
Well, he's still technically in the brackets. So technically,
You are not going to get a chance to compete if they remove your appendix and it's an emergency one. An emergency one, they fucking cut you open big time. It's not like, oh, here, we kind of know it's just perforated, it's leaking, it's little toxins. We'll suck that bad motherfucker out. No,
Josh, you seem really
one,
confident for a guy that, like...
that had an emergency appendectomy, and that's exactly what they did, because I went in, I was like, I'm sick, my back hurts. They were like, well, your back shouldn't hurt if it's your appendix. I was like, well, it fucking hurts. And I went through the whole thing. I told the doctor and the nurse my white blood cell counts were elevated. And they were like, wait, your white blood cell counts are low? I was like, you're fucking retarded. Why am I at this hospital? Went and got a CT scan.
Yep.
They were like, hey, your appendix is perforated. I was like, cool. I knew that. And then when they put me under and I woke up, they were like, it was a mess in there. It erupted in between, and we had to do an emergency appendectomy and opened you up and sucked all the shit out.
Ew. So if that's what Shane had, he's probably not at Worlds. Even
How
though
long did it take you to recover, though?
I wasn't even allowed to leave the hospital until I could poop. That was the
So
doctor's
like
orders.
the next hour, or
No, because you're eating only liquid. You're only consuming liquids. So I had to wait like 3 days.
I think Shane's already out. Like, he's already out, and he's already posted that he's he posted a video of him at Lloyd Irvin's place.
like on the side,
Like, today.
but
Wait.
training or no?
No, on the side. Like, he was there. He was not in the hospital anymore.
Well, then I don't think. Well, then the surgery happened well beforehand. Then.
Surgery was happened 15 hours ago, or 20 hours ago at this point. It's Monday, May 27th.
Well, then it was an emergency one because he got that shit arthroscopically removed.
Man, I don't know nothing about this.
All I know is they stapled my shit shut, and I was in the hospital. Let's see, a week before my wedding. Yeah. So like I didn't get out from the hospital until that Sunday. I went in Wednesday.
Okay, so you're there for a while.
I was
so
there
it's
for a
been,
couple
it's
of
got
days.
it's got a little bit of a recovery period. So he is out of
not
Worlds.
doing it.
Okay, that sucks. That's
If it
big.
is,
That's
it's
big news because
wild.
he was honestly one of the front runners to win his division because he's a returning world champion. He was seeded first because he was the returning world champion. So that sucks.
Yes.
Yeah, he had to buy through the first round, I think.
Yeah, he'd buy most of the world champions that are returning because there's money this year, so everything's seeded like way differently. We'll talk about this when we get into the bracketing section of the Worlds, but it's a major piece for news this week that your returning world champion is out with appendectomy. In other news, other people that are out of stuff, Sanji has announced that he's out of ADCC. It looks like he tore 2 ligaments in his hand or wrist, and he's basically going to get surgery in July. I said that's super weird, and it's like a 6-month recovery, so he's out of ADCC.
That's a bummer.
Which sucks, dude.
Yeah.
He got a bye, didn't he? I mean, not a bye. He got a invite.
He's been in the last like
All of them.
10.
Dude, he was in the gi in ADCC back in the day.
That was Sala.
07? Osala?
That was his brother.
Man, they got the same name, last name. I get confused.
They're two different people. He
Well,
competed in a gi top and shorts in the absolute.
In other solo news, Tex Johnson is now competing under Ribeiro.
That's more of both of them because it covers
Yeah,
both brothers.
But I think he's not, I think
yeah,
Solo
okay.
is the affiliation he's actually competing
And he's in the same weight bracket as James Popolo. But when we get into the bracketing, you'll see who he's gonna run into like first round.
They probably put them on opposite sides, I'd imagine.
So in other news, Erberth, Santos, and Meregali got beef. Is the actual note I have for news here.
I just want Meregali to tombstone pile driver Erberth.
So basically, Erberth posted a video. I think it was Copa Podia or something from back in like
Yes,
2016.
when he was a brown belt and he was invited to go against all the black belts.
Yeah, and Erberth knee-barred. It was like a 50-50 knee-bar that Erberth does. I think is what he finished him with. And Meregali took offense to Erberth posting this again and basically went...
He told him he would sex his mom. That's how bad he would beat him. That's not the actual quote, but he was like, I will take you on anywhere because that was at brown belt at this time. Come
it's
at me now, bro.
3+ years ago, and Meregali like literally won black belt worlds his first year at black belt. So Erberth actually not in the world this year, which is interesting.
Shocker.
Yeah.
You guys are not
He's
shocked.
gonna piss his pants watching it or something. Who knows?
All right. Let's see. So Gabby Garcia has an opponent for fight to win. Hillary Van Ornum.
Gabby by whatever she wants.
Gabby by Hawk Smash.
That's a rough matchup, honestly. Van Ornum's been on the podium at Worlds, but Garcia is really tough to beat. I hope we see the Porfirio matchup, honestly, in fight to win.
Yeah.
Like that's now that Gabby's in there and Seth has basically given Porfirio an open invite since the PED thing.
Since steroids.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing them fight at multiple venues, like Fight to Win, then also BJJ Stars, and also whatever other venue.
Everything that is not IBJJF. They can fight
as long as like somebody
every
doesn't get stomped.
single weekend.
Well, pretty much if Gabby gets stomped, I still want to see it
Oh
again.
no, then I definitely want to see.
Yeah, and I want to see
Yeah.
it again. So there's really no situation where I don't want to see it multiple times.
Yeah, so that's super exciting. Not the matchup we were talking about, but that matchup has been announced. You got any other big news? Oh, our buddy Jeff Mount opened a new gym. That was
Foundation
exciting.
Jiu-Jitsu.
In Windsor Mill, Baltimore. If you're in the area, Jeff's a really great coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, check his spot out. It was really cool. We went for the grand opening on Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah.
Got
Saturday.
some pretty solid rolls in. It was fun.
I ate
Super
pizza.
inviting gym. I
Yeah,
guess
that was
I
the day
I
after.
only
That was
one of
the
us
day
rolled.
after your
We'll talk about that later. It'll go way downhill from here if we start talking about it now.
All right. So that's really all I got for news. Let's move on to the recaps. So on to our recap of Polaris 10, Nicky Ryan versus Urijah Faber. I think it was just called Polaris 10. I don't think actually that was the name of the event.
Correct.
So we're going to start with this. I usually start at the top here. Nicky Ryan and Faber. Where do you want to start?
The bottom.
Yeah,
The
start-
first match of the card.
Of the main card?
First
Yes.
match of the main card.
Okay, so let's start with Nick Rodriguez versus Ash Amos then.
There was a submission.
Dude,
Thank goodness.
Nick Rodriguez is more and more impressive every time we see him out. Like, he's been training, 11 months or something like that now in jiu-jitsu?
Roughly a year.
Yeah, about a year.
But I will say, I believe this match showed his inexperience in jiu-jitsu as a competition.
How so?
He slowed down a lot. Like, he normally
I mean,
trucks.
it's a
he
15-minute match.
Trucks, yes, but he won in 7.5 minutes.
Right.
But he trucks through dudes normally. And a lot of the guys he's gone against have not been as big or as athletic as he is.
As Ash Amos is. We saw him versus Aaron, I forget the guy's last name, on Fight to Win in Philly. And I think he took a decision on that one, too. And that was a purple
did.
belt title fight. I'm going to say that was a 8-minute match or something like
Was
that.
it a title fight?
It was a title fight.
Yeah, he
because he was
became the
taking on the purple belt world champion, and then he basically grappled him.
Yeah.
and took the decision.
You
on
could
that.
just see he slowed down. His shots got sloppier as the match went along. He still got him, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But if you want to find ways to beat him now, not like a year and a half from now when he starts beating all of everybody or like closing up all of his holes, you put the paces on him and you don't let him set the pace for you. If you keep moving and going, you can stuff his shots because they come from the front.
It'd be really cool to see him against like a really, really good counter wrestler or just another guy who has like some wrestling pedigree. Because so far they've matched him up with like pretty good brown and purple belt like grapplers, but not necessarily wrestling guys. So it seems like
Ash is
Honestly,
a judo guy.
Ash is
yeah.
a black belt in judo. He's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. Like, he's a pretty credentialed guy. He's been on Polaris. He's won on Polaris before.
yeah, that's not to talk down on Ash. Like he definitely got out of a bunch of double leg attempts from Nick. Like he had some good defense, but I don't know. I want to see somebody who's like on the same level wrestling wise.
Although you can see what Nick is doing and how he puts things together and how he pats his way to submissions.
I was really impressed. One thing I like about Nick a lot is his ability not to like chain wrestle, but you see him, most jiu-jitsu guys, they go for like a takedown and they don't get it. They kind of like stop. Okay, try that. Nick, you see his like chain wrestling. And
He's
they're
one of
like,
the
he's
only
go-
big guys who chain wrestles. He's
Yeah.
done that double leg to fireman's carry to pretty much everyone.
that-
in
and that
every
was
match I've
fucking
seen him in.
sick.
That was
by
That was
the
the
way.
dopest
beautiful.
takedown.
That
That
was
was
one of
so
the
sick.
highlights of Polaris. Was like
Yeah.
he just comes under, he slides underneath, gets the fireman's carry, and just throws Ash right into side control.
Yeah, it was the same takedown and setup that he did at a Fight to Win also. That like
Yeah, that
gets
shit
it
was
on a
sick.
double and like, the
Beautiful
guy
technique.
recovers, like sprawls kind of halfway, and he just fireman's him into the next week. It's pretty awesome.
beautiful
it's like
technique.
it's the best way to do it when somebody half-asses like a sprawl thinking that you're going to stop and you fucking just take them over. Oh, God, it's so good.
I want to talk about the finish real quick because I was really impressed.
Squeezed his fucking head.
He did, but in the finish, this is exactly what Gordon Ryan looks like when he finishes, because Nick,
Or
he was on one side.
Gary Tonin or
And then the DDS guys. Yeah, they all finished the rear naked choke this way.
Do it the same
He
way.
threw him over to
they'll
one
squeeze the
side,
face.
and as he was in the process of adjusting to the opposite side, he threw the hand in, and then as they landed on the side, he was already under with the choke, and then he was able to snake the rest of it through.
I don't know if he was under. I think a lot of things
Not
with,
under,
like,
but he was over the face enough, but he had got the hand across the body to the point where he needed it in order to finish like the face.
I think more people should train like that. Just choke your training partner's
Oh, yeah.
face. As much as they're like going to hate you and try to do it back to you, but that's what makes you better. Because
And somebody
using
said it-
your face to stop a
I
choke
forget
is
who
not
said it
good.
years ago. Somebody said it to me. Everything above the neck is the neck. I forget who said it, and it's really famous. People have used different versions of the quote. I think Nick actually said a different version of the quote in his post-fight interview. But everything above he said like everything below the eyes is the neck or something like that. And like everything above the neck is the neck. If you squeeze someone's face anywhere hard enough, it's basically a rear naked choke. Like it'll do the same. It'll make them quit.
Yeah, I'm just more of the subscribe to the camp that like if you tap to it, it's a submission. Like yeah, small joint manipulations to protect athletes so that people can keep competing. But I don't know, man. Like if I neck crank you or crush your face and you tap to it, it was a sub. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I was really impressed with Nick. I think it's really cool to see him kind of slowly patch all the holes in his game, because it's literally every single outing we've seen him in, he's looked better and better and better and better. So I don't have a ton other than just I'm more impressed with him this outing than last outing.
I'm
And
just really excited to see how he does at ADCC, like what he runs into, who he goes against, etc.
Yeah, same.
So
let's move on to the next match. Richie Martinez defeats.
Miha Prehevek.
It looked like honestly Mila made a mistake. Really,
Yeah,
what happened.
Miha, he fucked up. Like, so he definitely was. I mean, it's less than a minute long.
Yeah, he hit him with a great judo throw.
Yeah,
It
he
was,
had it with like a Harai Goshi.
yeah.
It wasn't great. Let's be real. Like, that was a half-assed
he
one.
put him on his butt with it.
But he fucking sent him ass over tea kettle because Richie was like, "Oh, this isn't gonna happen," and then he got launched. The thing was, he was like so hyper focused on the one thing, even while having his back taken. He was like, "I'm gonna do this Kimura." It's like, bro, that is not. He's too long. It's not gonna work. Let go of it. Try to like bail.
Dude, Martinez is so fucking long. Like he is a guy that is so hard to throw off the top of your back because his hooks and his legs are stupid long. Like all of his limbs and legs, he's just built really weird.
And then he choked Miha's face.
And then he choked Miha's face in 52 seconds. So yeah, good match. It was quick. Next match, Carla
Kaul Uno
Uno,
versus Lei Remedios.
which I could not say last time.
Lei
Remedios.
No, the Remedios.
Remedios. Thank you.
There you go.
Austin's fixed it. Lee.
I like wrote stuff out phonetically because of all the issues we were having before.
Yeah,
it was
because we're
awful.
Remedios. Thank you.
You got it.
Really impressed to see him finish the key lock from the top position.
He's old as shit.
It was cool. It was a lot of like half guard probing with arm locks. I mean, that was pretty much the tail of the match. Like
Yeah,
you could look at
pretty
the
much.
results and you pretty much saw the match.
If I'm not mistaken, he's only like a blue belt technically.
What?
Yeah.
Kaul Uno.
Okay.
He's technically only a blue belt, but he's been grappling since, I don't know, forever.
Doesn't he started
Yeah.
his MMA career in '96? Like
yeah, I
his
remember,
first
I remember
fights
him
are
fighting
in
like
'96.
Jens Pulver and like BJ Penn, like
Back in the day.
the beginning of like the lightweight division.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
veteran finish key lock from the top in 5 minutes 10 seconds. Next match, I think honestly the match of the card. Ash Williams defeated Ethan Krellenstein via unanimous decision.
Krellinston.
What I said? Fuck again with the I. Ethan Krellenstein via
Got it.
unanimous decision.
Well deserved. Ash put that pressure on like
You really thought?
absolutely.
Okay, I thought so. This is where Polaris scoring was interesting, and there's a
Mm-hmm.
big debate online, and I honestly probably need to rewatch the match a couple more times. Ash wins the first round. Ethan clearly wins the second round, so it all comes down to the third round of does Ethan take it or does Ash take it? And I thought Krellenstein took it here.
Yeah, I wasn't. This is another one of those scenarios. I feel like I had the same comment last week where it was like, "Oh, I went the other way on it," but I can. I wasn't
No,
like,
yeah,
so
I
in
can
my
definitely
feelings
s-
about.
I
I
can
can
definitely
see it for both people, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, but
Yeah, I
I
can
don't
see it.
I personally don't think it was the wrong decision.
Yeah,
I mean, I was like unanimous, I don't know. Like I could see a split decision definitely
You should
because
always-
it was a great match.
Oh my God,
there
it was
a lot
amazing.
of
Yeah.
positional stuff. I thought it was funny that they both tried to wrestle for the time that they were, and I was like and Ethan was like and then they finally went to the ground. I was like, oh, okay. But I was like,
That pace was freaking nuts.
Dude, this is
Yeah,
a
once they started transitioning.
Yeah,
the
this was a
pace.
good 15-minute match, and this is again, they're more few and far between with that time frame. Usually, 15-minute matches get slower towards the end, but this was good, honestly. And I'm honestly interested to see if Ash hadn't gotten cut during the match, if Ethan would have continued to kind of outpace him, because at that point, Ethan was sort of really kind of steamrolling through the positions,
Yeah.
and you saw Ash getting a little tired. He gets the cut, they have to stop it, and they stop it for a couple minutes, and then it becomes far more even. So I want to see this one run back. This was the match of the
It was a
card
great
for me.
match.
This
Yeah.
is amazing.
For sure the best fight of the night.
Yes.
Any other things you want to talk about for that match? Go back and watch
Watch
this
it.
one. This was amazing. We're going to see Kronstein at ADCC. Are we going to see Ash as well? Does he also have the bye?
You mean the invite?
Invite, or did he win Euros?
I can't remember,
He might
honestly.
have won. I should know this.
We should have the list up.
We
honestly,
should have
in the
this, but we
background,
don't.
but
We're going to
we
see at least Kronstein up in ADCC. So
Yes.
this is exciting. I assume these guys will meet before their careers are over, and I am super down to see it again. Co-main event, we have Craig Jones defeating Matheus Lutes via unanimous decision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It wasn't that bad of a match. It was like Mateus's only real. I mean, I shouldn't say only. He spammed a Steamalox a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like from Craig's Z-guard. And I thought it was kind of interesting. The commentator at one point said it looked like Craig was playing on the opposite side Z-guard, which I thought so too. I thought he usually plays the other way.
Yeah.
Like while he's sitting on his right hip, and this time he was on his left hip a lot.
Well, maybe
He does it
is
from
that
both.
way. Is that the way Mateus normally passes?
might
Matheus
be
is a
it.
pressure passer he passes to the left side, typically, I think.
So maybe that's why I played it to not force. Because if you're playing from that side, you have to really turn the whole body over to pass.
Yeah.
And that's
So-
really Matheus' passing style, too. So, like, Matheus is kind of literally designed to crush the knee shield down. So I was kind of impressed that Craig was able to play it for the entire time. Again, it was definitely a slower match. They kind of got a lot of shit on this match, but
It was.
Matheus couldn't really get past the legs, and Craig
No.
really could never get to a position to establish to
Well,
get
Craig
Matheus.
he had one heel hook attempt where he came up on a sweep, like he came up on top, which I think was probably enough for him to win it. And then he also had like a Coyote footlock attempt. So those two on their own were probably enough to win it for Craig. I mean, he ended up winning. So
Yeah.
Unanimous decision.
Retains his title.
Retains his title, 185. Reasonable match. I thought, honestly, the lead-up was good. I think what I got out of this from the lead-up was more interesting than the actual match, of Craig talking about the differences and kind of the holes he sees Matheus' game moving forward, and Matheus talking about kind of what he was going to do in the Craig Jones match. I thought that was really interesting because that gave me kind of insight as to what each competitor thought about the other one, and like at that high level, what they were looking for. So,
And I'd like to make a rewind redacts.
what I say last week.
You said that he won the 205 title from Jake Shields when it was Keenan.
Did I?
Yes.
ooh,
He got the 85 title from Shields, but the 205
Oh,
from
okay.
Keenan.
Yeah. I knew that. I must
I
just misspoke.
think you might have messed it up, or I just already forgot about
Yeah,
it.
because he finished Shields in like 20 seconds or something like that, and then
Yes.
he decisioned Keenan last time at Polaris.
Yes.
So Craig Jones retains. It'd be interesting to see who he matches up with next time. It was a slower match. Finally, on to the main event. Nicky Ryan defeating Urijah Faber in his first Combat Jiu Jitsu match via unanimous decision.
his first Combat Jiu Jitsu match.
Yeah, it was
Uriah
about that.
smacked
That was
the
about
fuck
as exciting
outta him.
as that. He
Yeah.
did. Don't get me wrong. And there was a point, and Maine pointed it out, and where Gary Tonin, where the ref was like, "Hey, stop palming him."
No, Austin pointed out.
Oh, yeah.
Austin took
pointed
a
out.
screenshot and sent it to our team chat, and it was a picture of Gary Tonin circled, and it looks like Tonin's just laughing and losing his shit on the sidelines. I was like, "What is this?" And he goes, "This is immediately after the ref told Urijah to stop hitting him, and then Urijah hits him again, and Tonin just loses it."
Yeah, it's like it's literally in the foreground, Urijah palming the crap out of Nicky Ryan's face, and then Tonin like covering his face, and then a split second later, you see him like laughing his balls off. It's great.
It was a match.
That's my favorite thing when we have no like strong opinion about a match. Is you always go, "It was a match."
Well, I mean,
Yes,
there's not-
indeed, it was. Maine, tell us more.
I was.
There were two competitors.
There
There was
were.
a 15-minute time limit.
There was.
Yeah, the biggest thing that happened this match, there was like a kind of controversial restart where Nicky kind of got a really good bite on a heel hook, and so Urijah starts spinning kind of the wrong way but he ends up spinning almost off the mat, and then on the reset, the heel hook kind of gets shaken loose, and Urijah has a way better position. on the
Urijah
restart.
moves. They're moving, and then Urijah kind of false starts and moves, comes position completely, and then Nicky is kind of like whatever, and then just kind of lets it restart.
Yeah,
Because he knew he was going to beat him.
I mean,
yeah. he gets deep on heel hooks twice in the match. Like honestly,
Yeah,
I was
there
really
was one other time
I
he
was
did.
really impressed with Nicky's entries both times. I was also impressed with Faber's ability to like tough it out and get out of both heel hooks because he was kind of deep in the first heel hook for a little bit there.
This is what I know about Urijah Faber. He's smaller than I am.
That's not hard, Josh.
It is.
You're not that fat right now though, so
No, I
props to
mean
you.
I meant height wise.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
a short dude.
Yeah.
He's a short dude. And he's extremely nice. I used to hate him for absolutely no reason. And then I met him at the ADCC trials in Ohio one time. And we literally had like a 20-minute conversation while he had a line of people wanting to get shit signed by him. And we were just talking about grappling.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I was like, God,
He seems like a nice guy.
He always
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't hate you now.
It was always weird when people always sided with Dominic Cruz against Urijah to me because it seemed like Urijah was like always the nicest guy. And then when I listened to Dominic Cruz, his reasoning was like, oh, we were both signing a thing, like a poster for a UFC event we were both going to compete on. Weren't competing against each other, and he signed his name bigger than mine. And it went across and like touched the side of my face on the picture or something. So I didn't like him since then.
Yeah.
The whole big thing was,
It's like, what?
That was the story,
when
yeah,
he
the story
signed.
is-
No, the story was he signed on Uriah's face.
Right.
Saying
yeah,
that
yeah.
he was going to be champion, and then Urijah monkey stomped him.
Yes.
And
he did.
then Cruz went on that tear and just started beating everybody.
Yes, he did.
And they had bad blood ever since. What up, Bandit? If you heard those click clacking, that was the dog walking in. Anyway, again, that was a match. It's definitely a card you should go back and watch. Definitely check out the Richie Martinez match because it's super quick. Nicky Rodriguez, Cal Uno, like those are the three finishes.
Nick Rodriguez, yeah.
The Ash Williams versus Krellinston match, while it's a 15-minute match, totally worth watching it.
Yeah.
Like, hands down. Super exciting.
And it's a guy we're going to see at ADCC. So it's like everyone that's in the lead up for ADCC, I'm going to watch all of their matches because you're just looking at what the guys and the women are developing moving into ADCC. And I
Yeah.
think it's really important to see to get a good framework for, okay, where are they going to struggle? Where are they strong? Where do they look at like recently? You know, are they pathing to the back now? Are they pathing to the legs? Like, what are we going to see in this lead up to the Olympics of our sport?
One cool thing was that Nicky mentioned after he'd won his match that he wanted to fight Ash for the 155 title.
Yeah, I don't think he can make 45 easily anymore.
Probably
I think
not.
his
He's
ass is
still
going
growing.
to have to for ADCC.
he's 66, yeah.
But yeah, I would like to see that match. That'd be cool too.
Oh my god, yeah. There's honestly very few matches I don't want to see Nicky Ryan in.
True.
Like he's 17 now, or is he 8?
He's probably
17.
almost 18.
He's almost 18 now, and
He's finally an adult.
Finally adult. He's getting bigger. No one can duck him because he's a kid. Oh, he's a kid. No one can duck him anymore. Everyone understands he's fucking legit now, and they can't. There's no excuse now anymore. They can't fight him. So if you don't want to fight Nicky Ryan now, it's because you're ducking him. He's earned every right to fight all the top guys now in
Sure.
Nogi.
Yes.
So that was Polaris 10. On to the next one. So on to our recap of CJJ, the Combat Niu Jitsu Worlds number 2. I think is what we're calling
it's
it
the
now.
first CJJ Worlds.
No, it's the second one. It's the second one. It's on UFC. It's called the second one because the first one was last June.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the second one. Dude, online people are not amped for CJJ. Like the first comment on every single like CJJ video or anything, it's like I miss the old EBI. One of them was EBI. I can't believe EBI died for this.
Yeah,
This was always his plan, duh.
I didn't know that, man. I didn't know he was gonna cut EBI for this. I thought it was gonna be
It's still-
one.
Oh, no,
and
no,
the
no.
other.
So
It's
there's
still
gonna
happening
be
for the women.
EBIs.
Okay.
No. There's still going to be EBIs in general, but they're all going to function under CJJ rules. I was like,
So
then it's
so
not
then
EBI
EBI 's dead.
anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's functionally dead.
Yeah. Well, except for the women. The women's events are still going to be
Oh, the women can't hit each other?
apparently not because the
That's
last one was
sexist.
I don't know, man. So on to this event. Where do you want to start with this one? To start with the quarterfinals. This is a bantamweight tournament.
Well, what? We just started in the first round, brother.
All right, the first round match. I've said so much shit to read though.
So you knock them out really quick.
All right, Josh, knock him out real
Boom.
quick.
Nick
First round.
Honstein versus Taylor Nuasa. Honstein wins by triangle choke in regulation. You like that? See, I'm already knocking him out.
I did like that.
Michael,
Honestly, I'll stop. There was a lot of subs this card. I was actually kind of impressed with
he's
how
going
many.
to say that in this first round. There's not that many subs.
This first round, but later in the card, there's a lot more submissions.
That's true.
Anyway, Michael Perez versus Marcelo Cohen. Cohen wins by escape, fastest escape time in overtime. Richard Alarcon defeated Sheridan Moran by quickest escape. Spencer Mume lost to Pablo Alfonso via quickest escape time. You catching something here?
A lot of quick escape times. A lot of overtime matches. At least it's not the unlimited overtime anymore. At least it's only 3 what was it?
It's like 3 2-minute
Three
overtimes.
2-minute overtimes where they end in either a submission or the fastest escape time in overtime. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of fastest escapes in overtime. Not a lot of
Is
submissions.
it total
in overtime.
ride time or is it fastest escape time? I think this is the
Sorry,
thing we talked about.
it's
It's-
total ride.
It's whoever gets out quicker.
But
Yeah.
total time or one time?
Over the 3 rounds, it's total time.
Right.
So
Yeah,
there's
whoever-
6 minutes in
it's-
total.
So,
if
however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
Longest ride time or quickest escape
Right.
times. Whatever has the lowest amount of time.
There you go.
Basically,
That's fine.
yeah.
Pillow Hands, Ben Eddy defeated James Barnes by Hindulatine in regulation. This is 6 submission, but I still think
It is
Ben
slight.
Eddy smacking, what's his name, head like
On the first CJJ when he won the title, looked at Donkey Konga.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
Nick Pace lost to Gabriel Daffron via rear naked choke in regulation. Let's see. Jesus Arbina defeated Randy Villarreal by armbar in overtime. And I should know this. Hideo Tokoro defeated Ara Murandayan. I killed that. By quickest escape. Thank you, Austin.
Fist bump.
On to the quarterfinals for the bantamweight tournament.
Let's see. Nick Honstein defeated Marcelo Cohen via armbar in regulation.
That was kind of surprising to me
Why?
because Cohen's a monster. He's very hard to beat.
Honstein is also really
also
good.
a monster and also very hard to beat. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just surprising.
Okay. Richard Alarcon defeated Pablo Alfonso by rear naked choke in regulation. Gabriel Daffron defeated I can't talk all of a sudden. Gabriel Daffron defeated Ben Eddy by heel hook in regulation.
Dude, this setup was kind of cool. Gaffron just jumps a scissor takedown, like a flying scissor takedown, and then just right into heel hook and finishes it.
Yeah, this was
He
really,
fought it a
this was
little
really
bit,
quick.
but then got it.
Yeah, but it was still really quick. Like, Ben Eddy didn't have a huge amount of time defending. It was like he defended it for a couple of seconds, and then Daffron blocked in the heel hook and was able to finish.
Yeah,
But
it was sweet.
I love watching guys scissor takedown because in pro events it's illegal, and you see like, oh shit, this is a submission and a takedown that totally exists. I just watched a Kung Lee video where he was taking guys down with that.
That highlight video?
Yeah, that
Oh,
in
I
K1.
saw that thing too.
Yeah.
Dude, that was slick as shit.
It was
I
like a bunch of like sweeps. And
There was a
like,
bunch of
scissor
it
takedowns.
It was a bunch
Yeah,
of
yeah.
San Chow fights that
Yeah.
he did in K1, which San Chow is basically
Th-
kickboxing.
You mean
with
it was a
takedowns.
bunch of Sanchow fights that he did in Sanchow because that's what the fuck he was doing? Those weren't K1
weren't
fights.
K1
No,
matches.
they
those
were
were just Sanchow fights on regular like kickboxing and Sanchow cards. It wasn't a K1 card.
He fought in K1 too, and he
He
did.
did
it
I'm
fight
fight
aware
K1.
of that, yes, but
Those
those
weren't
aren't from
K1.
K1 because K1 does not operate under those rules, and they won't do
I thought it
special
was-
Sanchow rules just for one guy.
I thought it was weird as
This
well.
isn't Strike Force.
But I thought it was weird as well. But one of the highlights where he does it, the timer has K1 on it. That's why I thought it was weird. We're getting off topic here.
Anyway.
So, continuing on to the final of the quarterfinals.
Kung Lee was
for-
not at Combat Niu Jitsu Worlds.
He was not at, but he
Yeah.
does this takedown and it's fucking sweet.
Jesus Urbina guillotined by like the skin on his balls. Hideo Tokoro in regulation.
This is a really, really cool guillotine.
The fact that like he was escaping, and he just had his arms so high.
Dude, it was like the highest Marcelo guillotine ever. It was that high elbow guillotine, and Julius Urbina is really good at it. We saw him do it in Ultimate Mat Warriors a couple months ago. He just throws his arms so high above your shoulders when he guillotines. There's just no way. And Hideo Tokoro, in true Hideo Tokoro fashion, almost went to sleep.
I think he went out for a second
He
there
went to sleep.
for sure. Like
little
when
bit.
when he comes out, like he's still on the mat, looking straight down
No,
at the mat.
time expired, right? Am I remembering a different match? Time had expired at that point, correct?
Time expired and he was like out.
That's what it is. So that's
Yeah.
why they
Yes.
said he won in regulation at the 10-minute mark. He was nap time. He was nap time at that point.
Was that this match?
I think
Yeah,
so.
because remember you're like, oh, he typically goes out. Like when he gets like choked
Oh,
up
yeah,
like
yeah.
that much, he like typically goes out.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there you go.
we had a special match. We had Ray DeLeon defeating Jeff Real via fastest escape time in overtime.
Can't
Man,
read either.
I cannot read either.
I was waiting for you to call him G off.
I did not call. I know Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
So on to the bantamweight tournament semifinals.
Nick Honstein lost to Richard Alarcon, Jesus, by rear naked choke in regulation. And then Jesus Urbina defeated Gabriel Daffron by armbar in overtime.
Then we had a special match: Anthony Burchak versus Ryan Carroll, and Burchak wins via arm triangle in regulation. And then on to the finals, we had Richard Alarcon versus Alarcon.
So now he's related to Tubby Aliquin.
Yeah, a little bit. Versus Jesus Urbina.
Yeah, that was That's kind of crazy. I don't think anybody had predicted him to win.
No, I mean, honestly, this card didn't feature a bunch of the guys it was supposed to feature. Like, Nick Calvanese was out. Not Nick Calvanese.
Gio Martinez?
Gio Martinez was out. John Calistine was out. Barrett Yoshida was out. Like, it lost a bunch of big names, like, the week of. They were all in part of the countdown, too.
Yeah.
So, Alarcon wins via fastest escape time in overtime. He becomes the new Combat Jiu-Jitsu bantamweight champion. That was the event. On to the next
more
one.
belts for things that I don't care about.
So, on to a recap of Finishers 9. This event took place. This is a female-only card for $2,500. I want to start this one with the women's quarterfinals. Mona Bailey versus Sofia Claressa.
Casella. Where did the L come from?
Man, I don't know. It's been a long week. I've been on vacation for like 4 days. My life is tough. So this match was one of the most disgusting armbar transitions ever, and it was amazing. So Sophia was up for the majority of this match, putting a lot of sub attempts, really had Mona in some deep water a couple times, and then towards the end of the match, Mona gets Sophia in
a triangle?
Well, some other stuff too.
Well, but mainly a triangle.
Mainly a triangle, and starts attacking the free arm in the triangle.
The captured arm. The free arm would be the arm outside of the triangle.
The captured arm in the triangle, and bends that arm in ways that
We just rewatched it again, and I was screeching.
It was rough to watch. She doesn't tap, and then she's able to get...
That shit was gross. I'm sorry. That arm bent 17 ways to Sunday.
Watch this match. The match happens at about 2 hours and like 16 minutes into the match. Highly recommend watching it. It's definitely my match of the card because it was a huge back and forth, and there was this, I think the technical word to put it is gross arm shit. It's the farthest I've ever seen an arm bend in the wrong direction without breaking, and then Sophia just...
That's a fake arm. That has to be.
Dude, Sophia just eats it and then gets into the overtime and goes and wins.
I would have been crying.
Oh my god, it would have broke. My arm
when regulation broke, she just looked kind of tired, but not plussed. Like, huh.
How about that?
Like, whatever.
She was like,
arm bars. Who knew?
So I was really impressed with Mona here. We've seen her on a bunch of other cards. I think we've seen her a couple times on It, potentially on an EBI. It'll be really impressive to see over the next couple years how she develops as a grappler.
Indeed.
So
how Sophia Casella's fucking arm.
Dude, that was amazingly impressive. Like she's fucking
Mr. Fantastic with that shit.
Tough.
Made out of rubber.
So into the semifinals, we have Danielle Kelly defeating Trinity Pun. Kelly wins via escape in overtime. In the semifinals, we have Sophia. Give me the last name there.
Casella.
Defeating Katia.
Oh, please keep going.
No, Josh.
Katia what?
Man, Jay Reglabuto says it's so good. And
Katia what?
Leo Tainevi.
Nope.
Leontiva.
Katia.
Leontiva.
Josh, I am a grappling talker guy, not a good speller reader guy.
Okay, so who won?
Katia wins via knee bar in regulation.
Katia.
So one of the main events, super fight, we had Natalie Boss versus, give me the name there, Josh.
Denise? I don't know. It looks like Denise, but
Denise.
D-nice. Sorry, I made a Key and Peele reference. Leon Naho. We're not good with names, and that one's that's just too much on me. Anyway,
Natalie Boss loses by armbar in overtime.
The last name is difficult there. This is honestly a lot of fun a really fun matchup. Natalie Boss, we've seen her on Fight to Win a couple times. I think she's actually the flyweight purple belt champion in the gi for Fight to Win. I think we saw her win that belt, or I think actually defend that belt on the last Fight to Win Philly card.
Oh wow!
So Denise was really, really impressive here in that matchup. On to the finals, we had Danielle Kelly versus Katia
Leontieva,
and Leontieva wins via escape time in overtime and takes home $2,500 for that victory.
Not bad for a purple belt.
I think it's also hilarious that she won a percentage, a pretty decent percentage of money that people will win at the Black Belt Worlds. What can the Black Belt Worlds win? $5,000 for most of the divisions, $3,000 or $5,000.
It goes up more as there's more people.
I think it's a maximum of $7,000. It's a maximum of $7,000 if you have 33 people in your division. There's very few divisions with 33 black belts in it.
I think that's 100% incorrect.
There's more than 33 black belts.
Isn't it?
No, the amount of money.
I think it's $7,000.
Is the most you can win?
I think it's the most you can win. It's
That
$7
wouldn't get
grand.
people in $7,000. I could do it. Dudes could do a seminar and make
Yeah,
more
but
than
dudes
that.
are
I
also
know.
doing it for free.
And that was kind of the joke. So I think it's really funny that finishers is paying out like a huge percentage of what the world championship for black belts are paying as like an invitational event. So it's like awesome. That's why we love covering sub only stuff, because the people get paid, and it's awesome to see Katia getting paid and looking good doing it.
True. Yeah.
So I just had Josh look that up, and
He didn't have me look it up. Let's be real. I wanted to prove Maine wrong, and one time in a fucking million, I'm incorrect. And if you have 33 or more competitors in your division, you get $7,000. What a fucking joke.
33. Has there ever been a black belt division that had 33 people
Yeah,
in it
sure.
for a weight class?
Maybe.
Yeah, but still, like,
Really?
most of them are in between the $5,000 to $6,000 range,
Yeah.
right?
And the open class, big money there, $10,000. If you have like 33 people in your bracket.
no,
for the
it's-
open?
No,
No,
the
it can't be
open.
for the
There's
open.
no number on
Oh,
there.
there was a number. Okay,
No.
it's just
No, there
10
couldn't
grand.
be because
Ha! Gotcha. Good. You
they
fucker.
wouldn't be 33 weight classes to have enough people. You know what I mean? You have to place to do open.
No, not
Not
for
in black
black belt.
belt.
Not in black belt. For every other, for the lower belts
Not
you
in
do,
black
but for
belt.
black belt they're like, oh, you're a black belt, you can do open if you want.
True.
They
You-
try
you've
not to
earned
put
it.
more than 2 people from each school, though. Most of the time,
Yeah, but I think you can still do it regardless, though, can't you?
you can try to.
Yeah. So moving on. So also that happened this weekend was SOGI. There's about 5.5 hours of footage for this one. I haven't got a chance to fully go through a lot of it. In basically the title for the main event match, we had Jordan Holy defeating Nick Gulo by a heel hook. That's actually up on Jordan Holy's YouTube page, and so you can go back and watch that. It's a real quick finish. Jordan Holy looks good. We cover him all the time. I think we're covering him on Third Coast versus Marvin Castell coming up, so he's a guy to look out for. So on to our preview of the 2019 IBJJF World Championships. We're only going to preview the black belts because anything else would make the show entirely too long, and that would be
Unfucking bearable.
basically. So we're going to start with rooster weights because
Let's just cut Maine off now because he's going to drone on. Fuck him. Let's talk about the important things. That Bruno Malfacine is in this division.
He is. Comeback time.
Wild. Kyotera also in this division. Wait,
Comeback time.
not done yet. Mikey Musumeci also in this division.
Bangers.
also
Wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. They're all in the same fucking bracket. They are in the same bracket.
on the same side. I say Bruno and Kyle are on the same side of the bracket.
They have to go to the quarters against each other because we know that's going to happen. Like they're going to go into the quarters.
Well, Bruno has a bye, so Bruno's going to fight the winner of Kyotera and Felipe Silva.
No, he doesn't have a bye. He has to wait to see who wins.
Oh yeah, okay, I see that now.
So they're going to meet in the quarters, obviously.
Right.
Blowing my mind right now. Then Musumeci on the other side of that same bracket. So whoever wins the Bruno Kaio match then has to fight Musumeci in the semifinals. Riddle me this, Batman.
Yeah.
What happens if it's Kaio and Michael?
Does Mikey buy? Does Mikey bow?
I think he does.
I don't want him
I think
to.
he does too.
Don't do it, Musumeci. Don't fucking do it.
So if you don't know, Kyotera is Mikey Musumeci's coach.
He's part of his association. I don't know.
I think
how
he's.
you-
I think he's his coach.
Well, yeah, he trains there, but
Yeah. So it'll be really interesting
Talking Mikey
to see
Musumeci
that. I think
here.
that's honestly this is some of the biggest news for this. That Mikey's down. I think it's also really interesting that for seeding he's seeded number 4.
Well, he's not a rooster weight.
I think it's interesting they use the weight class seeding, which makes sense. But it was interesting to see that.
Why would he be ranked number 4 then, as like the number 1 light featherweight?
No, I
would assume
I don't
he's
disagree with that.
returning champion.
I just thought it was interesting that you didn't rank him like a weight class, a guy moving down that's a current world champion. You didn't also rank. You didn't kind of give him the benefit and go, okay, you're number 2. Like, I
Well,
can give you
why
that.
is Kaio number 7 then? Why is he ranked even further below
Yeah, that's interesting.
Musumeci?
So it's all points based, obviously.
it's stupid.
But I do like that though because it makes it more legitimate. Like it's now because there's money involved. It's actually done in a correct way, which is by points and by like standings and where you are for that year. So all the current world champions like Bruno, like Muhammad Ali, like all the other guys that are current world champions are all ranked number 1 spot going into this event. So I thought it was interesting.
That whoever comes out of that semifinal match as a winner is going to win roosterweight. End of story.
Yeah.
I don't have to talk about it. Tomiyuki Hashimoto.
Versus Nobuhiro Sawada in the first.
So that's the other thing is I don't think anybody is gonna beat Hashimoto on that side of the bracket. So whoever comes into the bracket, Hashimoto is now officially going to get his best placing at second.
Right.
Because I don't think he's going to beat any one of those three guys.
I think it'll be interesting to see him versus Clever Souza. I think he takes it, but I think it'll be interesting just to look at that. So
It'll
that's
be wild. I hate making it's like, oh, here are our predictions. I'm like, no, because we're 99% of the time way wrong.
Yeah.
Other than Maine calling Shane Jamil Hill Taylor.
Woo. So who do you got, Josh? So I know we hate doing predictions, but
Musumeci.
What do you think, Austin?
I mean, assuming that he doesn't bow out, I'm gonna go.
Do you think Mikey Boots beats Bruno? That's the hotness match. I mean, we can say like if they meet, if he's gonna bow or not. But I think the real question for me in this bracket is, does Mikey beat Bruno? Bruno's like basically untouchable. I think Kyle has touched on a couple times and like beat him there, but
2008 and 2012.
Yeah, so it's been a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, can Mikey, the new hotness, beat the old reigning guard?
I think so.
Does Kyle get past Bruno?
I don't think so.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
Because Bruno kind of has his number. Like he's just beaten him a couple times now.
That's true.
Repeatedly.
Okay, next
So,
one.
I think honestly, I'm gonna go big. I'm gonna go Mikey.
How's he saying it goes big? I already said
Because I was
Mikey
gonna
win.
honestly, I was
You know
gonna
what?
choose Bruno by the upset, and then
I'm gonna
as I was
go-
saying it, I chose Mikey.
I'm gonna go with the super dark horse, the number 1 seed. I'm gonna go with Bruno Malfacine, man.
Okay. Moving on to
light featherweight.
moving on to the light featherweight division for
Jesus
the black
Christ.
belts.
Every single person from Cicero Costa is in this division.
They're gonna close it out. Like
No.
Okay.
No. There's a lot of people in here that could, be.
we have both Meows in the same bracket, which I think is in the same division.
I'm interested
which is really
because
interesting.
we're about to see a matchup that's happening in a month or like 2 months, a month anyway. So Joao Meow is going to go against DeAndre Corby. Anyway,
Where are we gonna see that?
that is at Toro Cup.
Oh, okay, I remember that.
That match is going on anyway, so it'll be interesting to see if they run into each other. And DeAndre has been beating like a lot of dudes recently, like high up, and it'll be really interesting to see what he does. Would I count out either of the Meow brothers? Absolutely not.
No, this division's fun. You got Hayago George in this one as well. Again, both Meows. Like I see this.
Pablo Montavani, like all sorts of dudes. Fernando Suarez, Christ, all sorts of. Now I can't remember if the guy that just recently beat the one Meow is that feather or light feather.
Grippo?
No. The other Brazilian kid that beat him at
Beat him at
Abu Dhabi.
not Brazil, Abu Dhabi, not Brazilieros. I do
His
not.
name will pop up, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, that guy.
So who do you got taking this division?
Whichever Meow lost his title because of drugs.
Paulo.
Okay, that one then.
Okay, that's what
The one with the tooth.
Paulo has the tooth. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Austin.
You want to go down with the tooth?
Yeah, I can't see anybody in this division really beating him, especially on that side of the bracket.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's who it is. João Gabriel Batista de Souza.
Ooh, is he on that same side of the bracket?
Where is he on the brackets? Maine?
I'm looking. I can't find it. Man, this text is super fucking small. I wish the IBJJF would.
No, he's up here.
I wish the IBJJF would make their text much more readable on their brackets.
So he is going
might
to
fight Joao.
He might run into Joao.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sick.
Drama.
How exciting.
He's building some drama, right?
Drama.
Dude, this is by far the most drama-filled world championships of all time.
It's pretty sweet.
Like, this is the first one with money on the line, and as a result, the brackets are seated correctly and look fucking crazy. So, moving on to the featherweights here, I think on the
No
biggest
defending world champion.
right because Shane's out, which is huge news. So this division is wide fucking open.
You've got Grippo.
Yep, I think Grippo takes it. Honestly, I think this is Grippo's year. He finally was beating the Meows again. They're not in the division.
I don't know.
Who do you think takes out Grippo?
You have Rafael Mansour.
You got
have
Kennedy in this
Samir
division.
Chantre. You have Queixinho. You have Kennedy. That's the other thing. So think about this for a second. Within like the first, I think Kennedy has one match, but if he wins his first match, he's got to go against Isaac Doderlin. Does Isaac Doderlin bow out?
Oh, I didn't think about that. There's 26 people in this division. This is honestly a pretty.
He's still not getting $7,000.
No, 5,000. I think.
6. So, I don't know who I would call for this I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we have
go. I'm
literally-
gonna go Doderlin, especially because he just recently beat
Now,
the Meow.
they're under two different. They're-
Alliance Los Angeles
and
and
Alliance.
Alliance.
so they're under two different teams. Which
Guess where he trains?
I mean, they
Trains
train.
with Cobrinha, yeah.
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 No, I know that. So do you think you'll get a bow out in the second round, in the first round, basically, of the Worlds, or you think they'll compete for it? This is so interesting now because there's so many guys.
Is he gonna get in a fight with his coach over this?
That's true.
Like, is he gonna get kicked out of school? Oh, well, this is my son. I want him to be a world champion. It's like, well, I want to be a fucking world champion, and I beat like the Meows. I've been doing all this stuff. Is there gonna be an issue? Is he gonna end up leaving the team?
I mean, it'd be responsible / reasonable of them to figure this out in-house. Like, hey, we're probably going to meet. We're on the same side of the bracket, one match away. They definitely should be talking about this now. Like, what happens if we're both matched up?
I like
a lot of
this.
this is unprecedented. Like
Yeah.
this is the first year I think really that we've ever seen this many guys from the same team on the same side of the bracket in the first rounds, the second rounds. Like I think last year and the year before it didn't happen like this. Like guys
I like
weren't.
it
Never
where
seen it.
they're knocking each other out, which I think when you have like 9 people from obviously like the same affiliation, you know, Alliance has like 6 dudes in lightweight, for instance, or something like that.
Yeah, they have Alliance Jiu-Jitsu, they have Alliance, they have
Alliance
Alliance Los
International.
Angeles. Yeah.
Like all these different things. If you stack your divisions with like all of these dudes, you can't be like, oh, well, this one guy's, it's like these guys train together. This doesn't happen. I want Doderlin to win.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, either Doderlin or Grippo, but Doderlin has had Grippos.
I think honestly we're going to see, unless Kennedy, so this division goes one of 3 ways. It's either Doderlin, it's either Kennedy, it's either Grippo. Those 3 guys, I think, are the guys to take it, and 2 of those guys are Americans.
It'll be really interesting.
Yeah, this is a crazy
That's all I
division
know.
too. But I think this is the division we're going to see.
With Shane out, Kashino has a pretty good path, man. Looking at that top left side of the bracket. I mean, not to say anybody's fighting are slouches, but man, like
Yeah,
with
he does
Shane
have
out,
a-
he has a decent chance of making it out.
Yes. It'll be
Then
interesting.
He has who's the toughest side on the other side?
Uh,
Grippo.
Grippo.
So he might fight Grippo just to get into like that second, third place match.
Yeah.
Third place slot. That'd be cool.
Interesting.
So moving on, you got anything else on this bracket?
No.
Who do you think takes this bracket? I'm going to say
Doderlin.
I think Grippo or Doderlin. I'm going to go Grippo.
Doderlin.
It wouldn't surprise me. Man, Doderlin's look so. We
probably
haven't
go-
seen as much Grippo recently.
I'll probably go Isaac also.
We saw Grippo really, really active at the beginning of the year. We've seen him less active, like recently on major stuff, and we've seen Doderlin like finally turn that corner on UAE and other stuff and kind of take out the Meows. And he's looked really, really active, really, really good. Like Grippo's hard to beat. He's been there so many times though, and we just haven't seen Doderlin like at that top level for that long.
It's more fun if he wins.
It is. So moving on to the lightweight division. Who are the front runners for this division? We got Michael Lange. We've got
Lange,
Lapri.
stop zipping through it like you can find stuff sooner. Go up. Fucking asshole.
scroll
Lapri. Johnny
Yeah.
Tama's in this one. Victor Genovese, who's also going to be at our school in 2 weeks.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So fresh off of Worlds, coming there teaching a little.
Dilson Neto's in this one.
Yeah.
We got
Hanato Canuto.
John Combs is in this one.
Yeah, he's got a tough first round, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Jake McKenzie, Sinestro,
Fucking
Victor-
Wellington. Megaton's in this one.
Oh, he's who got some? I saw who got him, and I was like, oh, that guy's getting a bye.
Here, right here.
Victor.
Canuto.
Yeah,
Diaz
Hanato
Canuto,
Canuto is
yeah.
gonna fucking bounce his head off the ground. Tommy Pulkenin, not anything bad against Megaton, but Megaton's like 55 years old.
Yeah.
Rodrigo Freitas,
Levi Jones
Levi
Leary.
Jones, Kevin Maheka, like all of these dudes.
There's 30. They're one off from the $7,000 prize. There's
Damn it.
32 people in this division, not 33. So okay,
This
This
is going
is
to be a
super
hard
deep.
one to
it's just
shoot for.
so it's just
This
so
is one
big.
of those like March Madness brackets where you're like, oh, this guy looks like he's favored to win, but then it's like, here's this upset Cinderella school that's gonna just like destroy everyone's hopes and dreams for like their favorite grappler to win.
And here's Austin coming in with sports references.
Sports
that
ball.
we vaguely understand.
I was like, basketball's a sport I know happens.
It's a bracket format, and sometimes people who are seated lower win.
Yes.
Oh shit, that's exciting.
Anyway, going into lightweight, I'm gonna go ahead and say Levi wins.
Ooh,
I know
yeah.
it's a tough bracket, but I'm gonna say Levi wins.
Levi or Lapri, honestly. Like one of those two guys. I think they're gonna meet again because we saw them meet at Euros, and Levi took a kind of controversial win over him. I think they meet again, and I think Levi gets it done. I think he makes the adjustments in his game. He did it once. I think it's a passing of the somebody said it online, like a passing of the torch moment finally, where it's
he's got to go through Lange first, before he gets to Lepre. So it'll be interesting. You want to go to middleweight?
I want to keep looking at this bracket for a minute. How do you think Canuto does? I mean, look at Canuto's side of the bracket. I think he gets through Diaz. I think he's
going to have a tough time with
Tommy
Pulkanen.
Yeah.
And Lange. He's gonna have a hard time with Lange.
Run into Lange.
Man, all roads through Lange, man.
Basically. So moving on to the middleweight division, Izaki Behance is
Marcos Tinoco, JT Torres, I was like, wait, middle? I didn't see him at light. My mind was kind of like blown for a second there, and I was like, oh, he's at middle.
We got Michael Lira Jr. in this division as well.
Fabio Souza,
Claudio Calazans, Rodrigo
Jackson.
Coprel.
We got Dante Leon in this division as well.
Yep.
Gabriel D'Souza.
DJ Jackson, like you said. Tommy Langacker, who's been on fucking fire recently. Yago D'Souza, which was, I think you already said that one. Manuel Hibamar. Igor Paiva, Felipe Silva, again, DJ Jackson.
Geddes. Ollie's in here.
Yeah. He's been in like the past 10 of them.
Yeah, I mean, but just it's big name guys. Big name guys. So
it's a solid dude though. Dog barn folks. But okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go way dark horse and say Langacker takes it.
Whoa. I mean, that's not really. He's placed a bunch of times. It's not really that much of a dark horse pick.
For Worlds, I think he is.
Yeah.
So
his first match is Michael Liera. So I'd say it's a pretty dark horse.
Yeah, he's got a tough road.
No, Langacker's first match is this guy.
Oh, you're right.
Brian Bowery.
Bowery. Yeah, he fights
his
the winner
second
of
match.
Liera and
Igor Paiva.
Right.
So I think honestly, Michael Lira Jr. gets past Paiva. I think we deal with Langacker and Paiva in the second round there.
It'll be interesting to see who
Liera
goes against Tinoco because that's going to be on that side.
Yeah. I think it'll probably be Langacker and Tinoco, honestly. Michael Lira Jr. could do it, but Langacker's looked special recently. Like, he's just been on another level performance-wise recently. He's beaten some big-name guys in impressive fashion, and apparently he's just, like, a particularly difficult dude to kind of game plan for because he does a lot of weird shit. And people, like a bunch of people this year, have been talking about how he is particularly difficult to deal with.
Ali Geddes has a bitch of a first-round match. Claudio Calazans.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
So who do you think is moving into this?
I think we're going to see a final of Langacker and Izaki Behance.
Where do you think JT Torres kind of hits a wall?
I think JT runs into Behance. Unfortunately.
Yeah, he runs into it in the quarter. I
love JT.
Yeah.
I would love for him to win a world title, but I don't ever recall him competing at middleweight that heavy.
No, what's he in ADCC?
No, he usually does middle. JT
No,
Torres?
he does light.
You sure?
Positive.
I thought he always did middle.
Positive he did light.
Also, I know he takes exception to saying he hasn't won a world title because he won ADCC.
He did win ADCC at 77 kilos.
He's the returning champion.
Yes.
So,
but still,
I honestly think it's Behance. Behance has just looked so good this last year.
Yeah.
I think he gets through everyone. I honestly wouldn't surprise me to see him sub his way to the finals here.
So you're gonna say you're saying he's gonna sub JT?
I'm not gonna say he's not gonna sub JT. I think JT is.
You just said he was gonna sub his way to finals.
JT doesn't count. JT's on that other level of guys.
So he's mostly gonna finish by submission.
He's gonna finish a lot of guys by sub. I think
anybody not in the top 10, I could see him subbing.
Yeah, no, I think he subs everyone on his way. I think he runs into JT. I think it's a closer match than we think it is.
Oh wait, what? Oh shit! Fucking JT second round, that's the other thing. They have Rodrigo Corporal from Atos Jiu-Jitsu against JT first round. Don't get me wrong. I think this is great that they're making
schools fight each other.
We've talked about this before. I like this. We like the ADCC does this. We like the IBJJF does this.
Manuel Hibamar is the next match. That's going to be a rough next match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
this shit's going to be wild. I like this bracket.
I don't know how we're going to watch all this.
There's going to be 5 dudes watching it at the same time.
Basically, it's like we're gonna have to assign mats. Like, okay, you're gonna watch these mats. I'm gonna watch these mats. You're gonna watch everyone. Literally, all the guys in the team are gonna be on
There's
flow.
going to be a lot of texting back and forth. Did you see this?
Did you? No, I didn't see this.
Did you
I'm
see
watching
this?
these four mats. These are not on these four mats. I'm watching. These are on the other mats.
Okay, let's go to middle heavy.
Let's go to medium heavy.
Medium
Middle
heavy, whatever.
Wait, no.
Fuck
So
you.
I think Bahens takes that. Josh, who do you think takes that division?
Langacker.
Okay, Austin.
I hope JT wins. I doubt it, but I hope he does.
Okay, so on to the medium heavyweight for the black belts.
So this is the shit where it gets really wild. So somebody's in this division that's not normally in this division. His name is Felipe Pena. You
Oh
have to
shit,
go
is
down to
Pena in this
Gracie-
division?
Gracie Baja, right there.
Oh
There
shit,
he is.
Pena's in this division.
Yeah. So you've got Pena in here. You've also got Hulk. You've got
Renato
Tarsus.
Cardosa.
You've got Tarsus Humphreys.
You got Alec Balding, the trials winner for ADCC.
Mateus Diniz, like
Gustavo Batista.
Mikey Perez. Who else? Go down more. I think
Hudson. Oh, you got Tellison here.
no, that's Hudson Mateus, not that
Oh,
Thomas.
right. My bad.
Um,
Viking Wong is in here.
you have
Devontae
Bones,
Johnson.
You have Bones and Murillo in that division as well. So this one's going to be hard to pick two.
Pena.
But
Look at Pena.
Hulk.
Yeah, I
have we
hope
seen
Hulk-
Hulk versus
Hulk is-
Pena?
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
I
Hulk
can't
versus
remember.
Pena?
Not that I recall. No. I don't.
They're gonna meet in the semis then.
Yep. Because Hulk's on one side of the bracket for bracket 1, and they're both in. They're opposite sides of bracket 1, and then
Hopefully Pena doesn't pop for steroids again.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I think Pena. Honestly, I think Pena takes it. I think we see Hulk versus Pena. I think Pena edges him out on like an ad or something,
We'll see.
and then I think that so that's the one side of
Because
the bracket.
Hulk's gonna want revenge for his sensei.
And then I think who takes the other side of the bracket?
I don't know.
Maybe. Oh wow, Murillo has some pretty good matchups, some favorable matchups.
He's
I
got
think.
some favorable matchups, but he's like not that he's bad either, but
No.
he always like has these like hiccups where you're like, why are you doing that? Oh,
Michael Perez from Matos too.
Hudson Mateus is also on that side. I think we'll end up with
I think with Mateus versus Pena in the finals. I think so.
I think Pena's gonna take it.
Yeah, I think Pena's going to take it too. It'll be interesting. I think we're definitely going to get Barbosa versus Pena though, which
Yes.
will be super fun to see. Again,
Yes.
a division of 25 people. Where's Devontae? What's Devontae's first match for this bracket?
Right there. Versus Tarsus Humphreys. That's a rough match.
That's a fucking rough match. Your first year black belt. So anything else on that? So I think Pena. We all think Pena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to the men's black belt heavyweights.
Who do we have? Dominique Bell. He's got a rough first round too. Who is it?
So this division is
on
the
the
Athos
second side.
breakup.
Oh yeah.
This is Kanan. This is Keenan. This is Dominic Bell.
So if Dominique Bell wins his first match, his next match is against Leandro Lowe.
Damn.
Yeah. But you have Jackson Souza, Adam Wardzinski, again, Keenan.
You have Patrick Gaudio versus Tim Spriggs in the first round.
Yeah, that's also a
Banger.
rough matchup for Tim Spriggs.
Mm-hmm. In a big way.
Excuse me. Yeah, Patrick Gaudio, again, Kanan, Tim Spriggs, Dan Borovic,
Jackson Souza.
Jackson Souza, Leandro Lowe. This is very interesting. Who's everybody else got? I want to hear what you guys have to think about this.
I'm moving to the bracket. So this is a really this is a bracket that can go a couple different ways. I think on the bracket, let's start with bracket 1. Keenan is.
We're pushing Keenan all the way to the semifinal match.
I think it's Keenan versus Kanan.
Yeah.
It's
Keenan
definitely
versus
Keenan
looks
versus
like
Kanan.
it's
I
gonna
think he gets
be
through
wild.
Demetrius Souza. I think Souza takes his first match. I think it's Keenan versus Kanan. And I have no idea how that one's going to look. I assume that they trained with each other like almost probably really, really a ton back when they both at Atos. Same division. So Kanan probably knows a lot of his lapel guard, all the worm guard, all the squid guard, anything else he's going to go to.
Not if he invented a new guard in the past few weeks.
which is likely.
That's kind of how Keenan operates.
Or
Keenan-
just knows what has Kanan's number. Even if he knows the guards he's going to use, he doesn't necessarily have to surprise him.
True
It's
story.
like who gets the better of who in practice. I have no idea.
And that's what I have no idea about. I think we're definitely going to see it, and I think we'll definitely figure it out at that point in time because again, they're not affiliated anymore. Keenan is now with BJJ Globetrotters, and Kanan is still with Atos.
Kanan's been on fire lately too.
He just
Other
looks
than
so good.
getting choked out.
But Meregali is
Well,
the only
okay.
guy I think unless Gordon, I think Gordon outpointed him at Pans. I think that's the only loss that Kanan has taken is Meregali by the submission and Gordon via fucking points at Nogi Pans. That's it. He has beaten everyone else, and he's looked good doing it. It's not like, oh, close matches where he's barely winning. He's like fucking up guys.
Yep.
And so it's like we're going to deal with Keenan, who is a perennial top contender, a really strange guard. He's really the only guy that plays that like really heavy lapel guards at that level to Worlds versus Kanan. And in the lower side of the bracket, I think Patrick Gaudio versus Tim Spriggs is a really compelling matchup. I think it's a tough matchup for Spriggs initially. I see Gaudio getting through. Then he probably moves and through. We get Leandro Lowe versus Jackson Souza. I think Lowe takes that over Jackson Souza. So we deal with Patrick Gaudio versus Leandro Lowe on that side of the bracket.
That's a toss-up.
That's a toss-up.
We have a toss-up in the finals.
One of 4 guys. So who do you think takes it then? I think
Keenan.
all of these guys are really.
Keenan. I'm going Kanan. It's kind of like it's hard to call a number 2 guy the upset, but I'm definitely going Kanan. He's fun to watch. It's like
I honestly think
pick.
Kanan's taking it too. Like I just think Keenan Cornelius moving gyms this close to Worlds. He's like training all around. He doesn't have a consistent coach that's there, that's like in his ear in the last couple weeks leading up to Worlds. I think that may make the difference.
Maybe.
Like we're gonna see
I'm
the
still
matchup.
saying Keenan.
Yeah.
You say Keenan. We say Kanan.
I believe in you, Keenan.
Okay. 19 people in that division. So on to the super heavyweight division for the men's black belts.
Meregali. There. We've covered it. Meregali.
All right.
Gutenberg Pereira is in this one.
I think Meregali beats him.
Helton Silva.
You
about
think
Muhammad, though?
Meregali beats Muhammad Ali?
That's going to be a banger. Someone's getting hurt.
Yes.
Really?
All kinds of violence in that match.
Yes.
It's going to be a good-ass matchup. I'm excited for that one.
Who else is in this division other than Muhammad? Although I think Muhammad is a great competitor.
We got Gutenberg Pereira. We have Tex Johnson in there. We have got Tanner Rice. We have Muhammad Ali. We have Elliot Kelly and
All
Rodrigo
sorts of people.
Cavaca.
Oh yeah, Cavaca's back.
Cavaca's back.
Superweight. Who's super heavyweight, which is wild. But again, I'm not even looking at the brackets. I'm just saying Meregali.
I think Ali takes his side definitely, and I think Meregali takes his side.
I'm really looking forward to that for the finals. That'd be dope.
Probably pretty quick, but that'll be a dope finals match. Again, I see both guys pushing the action super hard. It'll basically, I think Meregali will probably pull there, and then he'll force Ali to pass.
Yeah, I don't care though. I just want Meregali.
So you think Meregali
and Muhammad Ali to battle again, and I want Meregali to win.
Austin, what do you think?
I can still see Muhammad winning, man. I'm gonna go for like the smart, like the safe pick, and still go Ali.
Thoughts?
Come back to me in a minute. I don't know.
Come back to me in a minute.
It's one of those two guys that I'm trying to think of like how the passing is going to lay out. Like because Ali's passing has looked fucking on point recently, but Meregali, we just haven't seen a lot of Meregali recently. But we saw him beat Kanan, and that's like a huge feather in his cap. I don't know if Kanan was having an off day, like why, but that in my mind is the biggest kind of analog for Ali. I still think Ali has more crazy movement than Kanan, but like we just saw Meregali finish Kanan Duarte. But I feel like Ali is just a bigger, stronger like version of Kanan. I just don't know if he's going to put it together.
Yeah. There's also some really fun matchups on the path there, so it definitely depends on who they run into. Like,
we'll
Muhammad's
see.
going to end up running into Tex most likely.
Well, no, he not most likely. He is.
Yeah, he's running into Tex.
It's going to happen.
If Tex gets through his first
Look,
match.
Tex wins his first match.
Look, the guy's breaking baseball bats, okay? You know?
That was on my notes a couple weeks ago. Was Tex broke the baseball bat, and then everyone on Instagram was breaking baseball bats. My note was, apparently it's fucking easier than I thought to break baseball bats.
It's not that hard.
And then somebody posted a video of like a bunch of baseball players like doing the same thing, and I was like, it looks super impressive though. It looks scary as fuck.
You know who, like, you know how easy it is? It's like a joke in Kyokushin karate to break like one baseball bat. They're like, oh yeah, break this, no problem, because they kick it right at that same spot where it snaps every single time.
Kung Lee did. The first time I saw it was Kung Lee did it in Ultimate Fighter, not the Ultimate Fighter. Yeah, on Tough.
There's a lot of Kung Lee references today.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Do you remember that time he punched Frank Trigg so hard? That was the whole thing.
That was the whole fight.
And Frank Trigg had adult braces. That was also hilarious.
I think Ali takes it.
Okay.
Honestly, over Meregali.
He picked somebody. There we go. Finally.
go.
Let's go to ultra
heavyweight, a division of 13. We got
Okay,
Octavian
so-
Olati in this, and we've
Buchecha,
got
and then you
Buchecha.
have old snoozy pants. What's his name? Christ, now I can't even remember his name. João Gabriel. Yeah,
So who do you think they're not meeting in the finals for once?
That's true.
great. Like,
Do you think that Zhao Gabriel, he beat him in BJ Stars by that ad?
yeah,
So
how
it's the first
how
time he's really
exciting.
cracked the Buchecha code.
Yeah. Buchecha
People
still.
have. It's, meh.
Is it even? I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's not even like a fun thing to say. I don't.
The
even have
way
any,
they've
great
been
comments.
like calling stalling recently, I don't think Zhao Gabriel will be able to get away with some of the things that he does, which is try to take a nap. So it'll be interesting, but I think Buchecha takes it.
Yeah.
Where is he in the bracket? I can't find him. Point.
Same side as Zhao Gabriel on the bottom, though.
left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Marcus. That's why I was looking for fucking Buchecha and I could not find
That's
his name.
not his name.
Nope.
His mama
So-
did name him Cheeks.
Chubby
So who
cheeks.
do you think's on the finals then? So you think it's Buchecha takes that side of the
let's
bracket?
see. Anario versus Buchecha. And Buchecha takes it.
You're not thinking Ricardo Evangelista gets there or Victor Hugo?
Nope.
All right. I think Buchecha. I think you would be dumb
Did-
to not guess Buchecha there.
Did I say? You said Victor Hugo
Victor Hugo. Buchecha is my guess.
is Victor Hanario. It's
What
the same guy.
did I say something stupid?
No, I was like, I think it's going to be these two, and then you're like, I think it's going to be Victor Hugo, and I was like,
Same dude.
yeah, the same guy.
I think I agree with you, Josh.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement.
Let's go into the ladies.
Let's move into the women's divisions for the bracket. If I
All
can.
the single ladies, all the single ladies. Half of them aren't single. That has nothing to do with it, but still, I love Beyonce. So yeah, let's get into roosterweights of the ladies.
Let's move on to the roosterweight women's divisions.
So let's talk about this: Maisa Bastos versus Rikako Yuasa. That's the finals.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that's
I think
the finals.
Yeah.
And then
You think
Maisa,
Rikako takes
I don't know. It's
Ooh.
Maisa's first year at black belt, right? And then Rikako is just a fucking beast. So that'll be a really cool.
we've seen both of them a
finals
lot recently in
match.
Nogi, and like it's kind of funny to see Rikako play the exact same game in Nogi that she plays in Gi, but she is so hard to beat in the Gi.
Indeed.
I think it's Rikako takes it.
I mean, I find that hard to disagree with. I think she takes it too, but I think it will be Rikako versus Maisa.
Yeah, I go Maisa in the finals.
Really?
For funsions. Why not?
I don't know, 'cause
he's
it's in
being a
the gi.
contrarian. That's
It's,
why.
it's in the gi. It's fun.
Oh, I'm Austin. I'm gonna pick the upset win for no reason. All right, so
'Cause
moving on.
if
To
I'm
the
right, I sound ridiculously smart. But if I'm wrong, it's like, oh, well, I picked the upset, so who cares?
All right, so on to the light featherweight division for the women.
True story. As Maine keeps clicking off and all over the place when he could just separate some of the tabs from one screen to the other. Go to that one, move the tab over, stop clicking all over the fucking
That
place.
makes a lot of sense, Josh. Look at that.
I know. Anyway, light feather, Liwia Gluchowska, Talita Alankar, Gazeri Matuda, Christina Barlin, Tammy Musamechi. Who else is in this? Saori Shibamoto,
Amanda Nogueira.
Amanda Nogueira, and Rita Gribben. That's the entire division, right? This will be super interesting.
Okay, first round, Gazeri versus Livia Gachowska.
Gazeri takes it.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
and then she runs. Ooh, that's a
Toledo
crazy
and
match.
Gazeri, yeah.
No, I don't know because
Oh,
Tammy
Tammy Musamechi in
Musamechi
the
is
first
like a
round.
fucking.
Yeah.
She's a boss too.
Ooh,
Oh, this is a tough bracket.
this is hard to call.
This is a tough
I
bracket.
think we get Christina Barlin versus Amanda Nogueira. Amanda Montero. There, I think Montero takes it. I think we have Montero on that side of the bracket, and then I think we have
It could pretty much be any of those top three.
Any of those four on that side
Yeah.
of the bracket.
Yeah, really any of
Like
those
Dude, the
four.
bracketing is
Talita,
so
Musamechi,
weird this year.
Matuda, and Gluchowska. I don't even know who to say is going to win this one. Matuda. I'm going to say she's going to take it. Matuda.
I'm gonna go
on that
with
side.
Yeah, no, just in general, the whole
Oh
thing.
wow.
I'm gonna go with Gluchowska.
Interesting.
For
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Wow. That is
She
a dark horse
She just
pick.
won trials for ADCC.
That's
She's looked
no
good.
gi.
Yeah, but she's looked good. I'm going Gluchowska.
Toledo.
Okay,
Let's
do this.
okay.
So that does it for that division. Moving on to the featherweight division for the ladies. And that's division of 9, by the way. Featherweight division is division of
Fionn
8.
Davies wins it.
Yeah,
I don't
dude.
even have to go through the rest of people. Fionn Davies wins it.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
she
what I was
just
gonna
beat.
Anna Carolina.
She just beat her. Like she just beat her. She literally just beat her.
Oh, right.
Like Karen Antunes will give her a little bit of trouble. Bia Basilio might give her some trouble. Anna Carolina might give her some trouble, but she's been so on point.
So it's
and the only
Fionn
person
versus Anna
that's
in the
that's
finals.
beaten
Well, she's
her
gonna
is
get
somebody that's
one or the
above
other.
her weight class.
She's gonna get one or the other, right? Anna Carolina is probably she's going to run into.
She's going to run into Bia Basilio.
Yeah.
So she's going to run into that one no matter what,
Yeah,
but
Davis
I think
is
she's
my
going to
pick,
take
too.
I think Anna
She's going
takes
to
it.
finish the Grand Slam.
She
That'd be
didn't
sweet.
win.
She didn't win what? Tell me. She won Pans.
Mhm.
She won Brasileiros.
Mhm.
She won Europeans.
I
All
thought
she's
she
gotta
got
do is
second.
win.
I thought she got second.
No,
at Brazilians.
she lost to what's her name in something completely different.
Okay.
To the chick in the next weight division.
Okay.
I
You-
can't
was it
remember her
UAE?
name. Bia, what's her name?
Mosquito?
Bia Mosquito. Thank you.
Mosquito.
Yes, UAE.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, it was
that
UAE. Okay.
it.
I see. Brasileiros and UAE happened like right next to each other, so I got them mixed up. So I think Anna Carolina Schmidt, now is her last name, takes it.
No, that's not Eric Carolina Vieira. That is not Little Vieira. That's a different Anna Carolina.
I'm fucking stupid.
Yep.
All right. Fion takes that one.
Alrighty.
So
Unanimous
moving
on that
on,
one.
moving on to the lightwitz for the ladies. It's
You
a
have
division
Jenna Ray
of
Bishop,
13.
Nikki Sullivan, Catherine Perrette, but none of them matter. Excuse me, because Bia Mosquito is in this fucking division. She's gonna try to bite everybody's fucking head off.
Yeah,
Take a look.
I don't really have any. I don't really
Aaron Early,
disagree
that's
with
cool.
that.
Yeah.
I think she takes her out of the. And she runs into Jenna Bishop on that side of the bracket. I think Jenna Bishop they meet in the semis on that side of the bracket.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the bracket, I think Nikki Sullivan.
Catherine Perrette's gonna be in the finals versus Bia Mosquito, and Bia Mosquito's gonna win.
I think so.
Yeah, I go with Bia too.
Boom.
Yep. So I think Nikki
Unanimous
and
decision.
Catherine. I think Nikki Sullivan and Catherine meet up in the quarters, and then Catherine takes it, and then it's Catherine versus Bia, and Bia takes that. So
Yep.
we're all in agreement there for the lightweight for the women. On to the middleweight for the ladies. It is a division of 9.
There's a lot of nines. Annette Stack, returning world champion.
Yep.
Samantha Cook, Anna Carolina Vieira. There you
Yeah,
go.
okay.
You're welcome.
Wrong. I was looking at Anna Carolina. Okay.
You're welcome.
That makes sense that she's not in the weight. I was like, she's really low. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, Raquel Canuto, like.
Anna Carolina takes this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think she runs into Canuto in that second match
But
in the semis.
I still think she beats her.
I think she beats Canuto. I think it's closer
She got
than.
Annette Stack in like the first round, or her first match. I shouldn't say first round
Look at that.
because she has a bye.
Annette is like some of the older guard though, and
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, not saying she's bad, but
No.
She's
She
very
is not.
good. Just
I don't
not
think
young.
Yeah,
not as young as the other competitors in the
I'm
division.
going with Anna Carolina.
Same.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think we see her versus Cook in the finals.
Yes.
I think that's a really reasonable. That'll be fun. That'll be a fun final match.
Mm-hmm.
On to the medium heavyweight for the women. That is a division of 7.
Luana Alzugir. Let's see. Luisa Montero. Who else is in this? Andressa Sintra.
Maria Margasic.
Maria Maljasic. Sabatha Francisco dos Santos. Alzugir is a former world champion. Montero is a former world champion. Alzugir, who I think is Anna Carolina's wife. That's who you were thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're partners, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
I think they got married earlier this year.
Or late last year. Either way.
I think it was earlier this year.
Maljasic, where is she in this?
She's in the top right-hand corner of the bracket.
Oh, she's going to run into Montero like, oof.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
This is a fun division. This could go a number of different ways. Again, it's really small. A division of 7. It's a really small division. This is a division I can see an upset happening in.
Absolutely, sure. But
So
I'm
who-
still going Luana Alzugir.
Really?
Yep.
What about closeouts? You don't think she's gonna close it out?
With who?
Oh wait, I'm reading this one correctly.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So I don't know. I would go Louisa still.
I'm going Louisa.
Nice.
On to the heavyweight division for the ladies, a division of 5.
Talita Noguera, Natalie Jajiza.
Natalia Jajiza takes this.
Yeah. I'm not going through it. It's Natalie Jajiza.
It's Talita Noguera and Natalia DeJesus in the finals, and I think Natalia takes it because Tiny's not in there, Gabby's not in there. Like I
Well,
think
that's at heavyweight, not super heavyweight.
Fuck, I'm so dumb.
I like how you said.
Yeah, because you're right. I keep for some reason for the women I keep mixing up who's in what division. I keep putting people like 2 divisions below what they're supposed to be, or division up. So under the heavyweight, under the super heavyweight for the ladies, the division
Claudia
of 6.
Duval.
Yep.
She wins.
Yep.
End of story. Allison Tremblay is great. Jessica Flowers, great. Venla Lukonen, great. But Claudia Doval, hands down. Period. End of story.
Yeah, I think
Austin agrees.
I do.
Yeah, it's either her or Flowers, but I think that Doval takes it there. So, do you want to speculate about the open class?
No, because I don't even know who's going to be where.
So, who do you think is in the finals for the open class for the men?
Depending on how it's seeded, you could see Meregali in there. You could see Lowe in there. You could see Buchecha.
Keenan.
I don't know if Kanan's going to do it. He might just save himself up because he's like, Galval would be like, don't blow yourself out because you'll have to run into Keenan at a certain point, and we have to beat him to tell him who's who, what's what. I don't even want to speculate. It's too difficult.
I think Buchecha takes it.
That's hard to say.
Who knows? I don't know.
He's the motherfucking winningest.
Yeah.
Like,
great.
he's so goddamn good.
Okay.
I'm gonna bet with the streak on this one.
Okay.
Like,
But I'm not even speculating because I don't.
That's too big a gamble to know who's going to be
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah. You don't know, like, they might
Buchecha's
give
a
him,
safe bet because he's
It
probably
is.
going to win ultra heavy. But it's
but
like,
they
man,
also
Right.
give him, like, they could give him a murderer's row of dudes. It could be like, oh, yeah, we're going to throw Muhammad Ali in there, Leandro Lowe in there, Nicholas Meregali, like, all these dudes, like, in a row towards, like, oh, by the way, João Gabriel Souza's also in there, too. And
when
it's
did
like,
when did the super heavyweight bracket?
like a day or two beforehand?
Okay, that's what I thought. So we're gonna see it Friday or Saturday, right?
Thursday, Friday, or
Okay.
yeah,
I
Thursday,
think
Friday.
last year was Thursday, or like I think it was Thursday night
Something
last year.
like
We
that.
were like surprised. It was like Thursday morning actually. We were
Something.
surprised how early it was. So we'll find that out.
You'll get the
earlier this week.
Instagram pictures posted from, handwritten brackets.
Yeah. So for the ladies, who do you think takes it? Do you want to speculate on that?
No. Claudia Doval.
Wouldn't speculate. Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be Flowers. We've seen Flowers go really far as well.
Stop
In
trying to
super heavyweight.
speculate, Maine. I just don't know.
All right. So that does it for our 2019 IBJJF Worlds
Shit's going to be
bracket recap.
crazy.
Shit's going to be crazy.
It's going to be
I'm
lit, fam.
very excited for it.
Thank you.
I
don't talk
have
like
no idea who's on next week to recap this, but we got 4 mics if we need it. So we can have like a
We can
gang of
hop
people
in
through.
on fucking remote call-ins and shit.
Yeah.
Who
I'm excited
knows?
for it. That does it for that one. So that does it for this week. This was a long one, but it was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited for World.
It wasn't actually that long. It was like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Josh gave me the
covered a
Josh
lot.
gave me the wrap it the fuck up symbol a number of times this episode.
Well, because
Austin,
you just fucking rambled on.
I do that sometimes, man. You got to rein me in. You know how to do it. Emil knows how to do it. Ryan and Austin do not yet know how to do that.
I mean, I can definitely tell you shut the fuck up if you want.
He can. Here's some outro news. Fucking Austin lost the battle with his hairline, so he went the way of the bald guy.
Yeah, man. My forehead was cheating on me with my neck, so had to go ahead and break up with her.
I thought you've been like bald since I've been here.
What
Nah,
the
dude.
fuck are you?
Did
This,
you
is,
used to have
this is
fans?
like a week old.
Yeah, man.
Did
I
you used to have
fades and
hair?
stuff. Yeah, dude.
Always? He had well-groomed hair.
Thank you.
Well-groomed.
Yeah.
He didn't let that shit get out of touch. He didn't let his lines get all fucked up. When it was time for a haircut,
Genetics.
he got that shit.
Yeah, man. What are you going to do? Genetics want to give me a widow's peak, and I was like, no, not about that life.
I ain't Black Vegeta.
Yeah, not about that. The Count from Sesame Street life.
Oh wow! It was also Memorial Day. How much food did you eat today?
Honestly, not a ton. Like I woke up late, went swimming. It was a great day.
I had elote. I made it at my house.
Is that the cheese thing?
The
cheese
the
thing.
Hispanic street corn, Mexican street
Yeah,
corn.
yeah,
that
yeah. I had
corn.
that before.
Yeah,
Exploded
I know.
It's
corn.
okay. I'm not like it was like okay when I had it.
You're a
You're silly.
monster.
It was like okay. It was like I'm not a big corn guy. Like, I'm not into corn in like a weird way.
How much do you like mayonnaise?
Not much. I'm not really a big mayonnaise fan either.
Kind of a big part of it, too.
Yeah, mayonnaise, cheese.
If you don't know what elote
Spice.
is, it's spelled like
It's spelled like elote. How you think it would be spelled?
really weird. It's basically corn on a stick covered in like a mayonnaise and like Old Bay.
Yeah, or whatever you got.
Spice and like queso fresco.
It's queso on it.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, the elote I got didn't
Cheese.
Have, the elote I got had
It has
like
cheese on it.
mine didn't have cheese on it.
That sounds not good.
You got fucking gypped.
Oh, that's why I don't like. Okay, so I had shitty elote.
Yeah,
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
yeah.
So in other Josh news,
Why is it in other Josh news? I just made fuck. Okay, so this has been the running joke of me being castrated. So we had a class on Thursday where the guy teaching stopped class and had 20 people clap for me because I got a vasectomy.
Got that
but
snip.
but everybody that told the story was like, "Oh, he's getting castrated." I'm like, they don't take your balls out, dude. Like, and if they did, I'd make a necklace out of it.
That'd be dope.
Ew.
What do you mean, ew? I'd have him like fucking not shellacked, but
Bronzed?
Ooh, that would be good too. I might dip him in gold or platinum.
Get like 2 different ones. Like Fabulous had 2 different Jesus head chains. It'd be like 2 chains, but 2 balls.
Yes,
That'd
you
be
could
dope.
call me 2 balls. My employees.
I realize it's 10:30 now, and this show goes out in an hour, and I do not know if I have enough time to edit the show properly, write up the description.
One of my
and edit
employees,
out.
called me numbnuts. He was like, "I'll see you later, numbnuts," and I was like,
Relevant.
"That's funny. It's relevant. Good for you." When I shaved my face and my head was shaved, they called me Mr. Clean and Penis Head.
Ew, I can see it.
And then they thought it was funny that a girl gave me a black eye.
So, in other news, I realized that also on the Instagram and on the social media, we don't have a single picture of Austin up. So no one has ever seen what he looks like on the Instagram. So we're actually going to post a picture of all of us here today so that we can do
Are you
that.
trying to say that people don't believe that he's black?
Ooh.
No, I'm trying to say that people
How
don't
dare
know what
they?
he looks
They're
like.
about to be proved wrong by like 100%.
So you guys have competed on anything else recently coming up? We're doing who's doing commentary? I know I'm doing commentary. Are you doing commentary, Austin?
For SAGC?
SAGC on the 23rd
Probably not,
in
man.
College Park.
I don't think so.
I'm
Maybe.
in there like swimwear.
We'll
So
see.
it's Josh, me. I think Emil's coming. I don't know if Ryan's coming or he's got like an infant he's caring for still.
Fucking kids.
And
just
Josh
go
can have
away.
no more kids.
I
Austin,
mean,
you got kids?
technically I could.
I have a dog,
He has a dog.
but-
That's reasonable.
That's how you don't have kids, ladies and gentlemen. We're more so gentlemen. If your lady starts talking about wanting kids, just get another puppy, and that'll push that off for a little bit.
It's a solid plan.
Parenting advice from Josh Weinstock over here.
Oh
So you
man.
can beat anything else, Josh? Anything coming up?
Tap cancer out. Same thing
Yeah,
as
tap cancer out.
same
Give
thing
us
as-
your money.
Yes, donate to our page. It helps support fighting childhood cancer. You know, the good stuff. Fighting the childhood cancer, not childhood cancer. Yeah, we're both competing on that. That'll be pretty sick. And then I have a match at SAGC as well. So
Oh, yeah, that got announced too. This is the first time you've been on since that match got announced. Tom Sellemeyer,
yeah,
I think is the guy. He was just on SOGI this last weekend. I didn't actually see how he did, but I was going to look through and
I am not gonna watch that video
Why do you not watch tape on anyone you compete against? You just like go and like show up and compete.
because you get in your head too much. Like,
That's
oh,
true.
well, I'm gonna have to do this, and I'm gonna have to do that. And it's like, fuck that. Like, whatever. I just need to know the rule set. I just need to go, what's going on here? Can I drop them on their neck? No? Okay. Can I do this? Yes? Cool. Like, that's all I really need to know. Like, when I used to do that when I was like blue and purple belt, I got way too in my head. I was like, well, what happens if he does this? And what happens if he does this? It's like, no, just do what you do.
So
And
you're gonna
beat the guy.
You're gonna be hopping off commentary, doing your match, and then hopping back onto commentary.
When I'm done that match, I will strip down to my underwear and continue doing commentary in just my underwear.
So tune in for that. That'll be dope.
Jesus. All right. So that does it for this week on the Grappling Rewind podcast. As always, I'm your host, Maine, joined with my co-host,
Josh.
and
Austin.
we will see you on the mats.
Peace.
If you like the show, please consider sharing it on Facebook with the folks at your gym. It's the best way that we grow the show, and we really appreciate it. You can reach out to us on email.
We also have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Google+,
Until that shuts down.
we have a website.
If you have an event you would like to have us cover, please let us know. If you have a name, like most people do, and you'd like to have us stop butchering it,
Let us know.
reach out to us. The show is also available on YouTube, Spotify, in addition to iTunes and every other podcast service. We very much appreciate your time, and thank you.